What is up, YouTube? It's your boy ChasmRift here, and today we got ourselves a guide for breeding. And this time it's going to be a guide on how to breed for 0 IV Pokemon. I'm going to assume that you guys have intermediate knowledge on how to breed. If you do not, I have two guys down below that should be able to get you caught up for everything. Because I'm going to assume that you have that level of knowledge going into this. So, for those who don't know why this is kind of important, pretty much breeding for 0 IV Pokemon is beneficial for certain team build compositions. The most famous would be Trick Room, where in Trick Room, if Trick Room is activated, the Pokemon that are slower will move first. So in those scenarios, you want your Pokemon to be as slow as possible, so that when Trick Room is activated, they get the most mileage out of it. The reason this is important because there are a lot of Pokemon, such as Rhyperior or Snorlax, that are really strong at Trick Room, but can easily pop up in mirror matches, whether that be in other Trick Room teams, or just be as a flexible user on another powerful team. In those events, you would really want to be the slowest Pokemon in, let's say, a matchup between Snorlaxes. If you both go for Belly Drum and then you both are going to attack the next turn, you kind of want to be the faster one in that scenario to get the KO in terms of who moves first. So, with that out of the way, let's just go over what you'll need. First thing first, you're going to obviously need a Pokemon that has 0 speed IVs. If you do not have one, the easiest way to just go out in the wild and catch them. This is a Rotom Ultra Sun and Moon, threw a Beast Ball at it, and this was the IVs that came out of it. Yeah, so typically Pokemon found in the wild don't have the best IVs besides, Brilliant Aura Pokemon. If you want proof, we'll just come over here and we'll look at my team. My Corviknight, the first rookie DS on the wild, 0 speed IVs. Actually, yeah, because I remember I did get the Dynamax candy just to test it out. This Zigzagoon, 0 special attack IVs, which is actually pretty good. My starter they gave me, nothing good. This Toxtricity, they gave it to me at the daycare. Has max attack and special attack, but as you can see, typically good IVs don't come by from Pokemon just found randomly in the wild. So like I said, just go in the wild, catch some Pokemon. It may take some time to find one that has 0 speed IVs, but shouldn't be too long. The other methods I would say would be just check your boxes. You may already have one from just catching Pokemon. If not, with the inclusion of Home recently coming out, and people being able to transfer Pokemon from their bank all the way up to Sword and Shield, as well as the addition of, Surprise Trade being a Sword and Shield, people having access to GTS now and also Wonder Room trading, there's definitely opportunities for you to run into potential rejects that just have 0 speed IVs or 0 attack and special attack IVs if you want to plan for that. So, yeah, we're going to take my 0 speed IV Pokemon I have here, which is a Mimikyu. I was doing some shiny hunting by breeding for Mimikyus, and I just so happened to have one that had 0 speed IVs. Instead of tossing it away, I was like, you know what, let's keep it. This could be pretty useful for the future, especially since a couple weeks later, I ended up using a Jellicent in a VGC tournament, and it had 0 speed IVs, thanks to the Mimikyu. So I'm just going to show you what I did. This is a Frillish I caught Gen 7. See, bad IVs. And for those who know how to breed, typically there are 2 components you go for. If you have Pokemon that have the right nature and you have Pokemon with good IVs, you typically would use the Destiny Knot and the Everstone. You can see right here, Destiny Knot will pass on 5 out of the parents' combined 12 IVs to the offspring. Since I do like Mimikyu's IVs, I'm going to make sure that is passed down. So we're going to give the Destiny Knot to the Frillish. This is very important. Now, since I'm fine with the Pokemon not having, the right nature because mints are a thing, I'm not going to use the Everstone. Instead, I'm going to use a power item. For those who see my second guide, you will know that the power items guarantee that stat will be passed down between breeding for the parents. So I want to ensure that we will get our 0 speed. So I'm going to get this power anklet. As you can see right there, if it says the holder speed stat will grow, that's the one that's used for EV training. It works the exact same for IVs when it comes to breeding. I'm going to give this power anklet to the Mimikyu. Alright. So now that we have female Jellicent, we have, female Frillish, and we have a male Mimikyu. The kids are going to turn into the female parents, so basically we're going to turn into Frillish. So, put our Frillish in there, we put our Mimikyu. Alright, we'll leave him in the daycare. And this shouldn't take too long. Just going to do all this with minimal editing. So the reason I said that, hey, just catch Pokemon that have 0 speed IVs is because for those who have intermediate knowledge of breeding, you don't have to breed with just the Ditto. You don't have to breed with Pokemon of the same species. You can do what I'm doing right now, which is egg group breeding. Meaning that, hey, if I have a Pokemon that has, you know, the IVs that I'm looking for another Pokemon, just breed it on. So for example, if I want to use said Rhyperior on a team, and I want him to have 0 speed IVs, I'm like, wait, he's part of the Monster and Field Egg group. Oh no, none of my Pokemon in the Field Egg group have 0 speed IVs. But hey, Abomasnow, a Pokemon that is found in both the Monster and the Grass Egg type group that I have in my party, does have 0 speed IVs. And it just so happened to be male. Take the Abomasnow, give it the item, put in a female Rhyperior line Pokemon in there, and boom, you got yourself guaranteed speed IV Pokemon 0. Alright, so explanations out of the way. Just gonna see you guys once we get the egg hatches going. Alright, we're back. It was about like 15 seconds after I did that explanation. So here it is, egg hatching. Did not do anything strange. This is all just happening right in the moment. So we have the Frillish. So come over here, open the box, let's check these IVs. There we go. So 0 speed IVs were passed down. Like I said, it's gonna be a bit of a luck of the draw. The only step that's guaranteed out of the 5 that's passed down is going to be the speed IV because of the anklet, the power anklet that's being held. Of course, the other 4 stats that are going to be affected are still just going to be up to RNG based on the Destiny Knot. So you can't really do some weird combination to pass it down. I do recommend just, hey, if you gotta sacrifice one of those 2, sacrifice the nature, because hey, for those who battle online, you get a bunch of BP from just competing at the end of the season on Battle Stadium and ranked. You also get BP for doing the battle tower, which isn't that hard, and you know, it's not that hard to come by any of those items. 50 BP is all you need to get a mint. For those who do have the right nature but not the good IVs, while I don't recommend this necessarily, you can also again give up the Destiny Knot, put the Everstone on the Pokemon with the good nature, and the Power Anklet, assuming that the other Pokemon still have the 0 speed IVs. So you can do that. That's another alternative. The thing is, you just have to sacrifice bottle caps, which, hey, if you get 0 speed IV Pokemon, I say that's also very acceptable. You know, using mints to get to level 100 and then using bottle caps, which are really easy to get, it's very doable. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Pretty short, pretty informative. Yeah, this is basically inspired from what I said ironically in the last guide, where I said, like, personally I didn't think the power items were that good. I think a couple days later while at the gym I realized, wait, I can use this pass down 0 speed IV Pokemon, and lo and behold, it works perfectly fine. Like I said, you may have to go through a couple batches of eggs, especially if you're using wild Pokemon that have really bad IVs. But hey, you know, this is much faster than trying to just fish for 0 speed IVs while doing natural breeding. Other than that, guys, I'm about to get out of here. Good fella open. I guess I can close them. So bye.